Ladies and Gentlemen, Damen und Herren, hallo und willkommen zu unserer heutigen Episoden. Welcome each and every one of you to our episode of today. And in this video, I want us to stress on the prepositions, the German prepositions. I'll be speaking about some various types of prepositions. So please, this is going to be a very emphatic video. Find yourself somewhere to write as we go in depth and cover some types of prepositions and of course also how to use them in the various sentences. If you're just tuning in for the first time, please go ahead and like this video and also subscribe. Do also share with those who are learning German to ensure that you're learning together. Well then, let's go ahead then and see the various types of prepositions. We call them Prepositionen. Prepositionen. Now the first one I want us to cover is this one here, im. We have I am. I know sometimes you wonder, why is it im? Sometimes it's in, sometimes it's ins. Now for the detailed class on this, you would need to enroll and see greater details in that, right? Okay, so let's go ahead then and talk about this im, in, and ins. Now we're going to begin with the first one, im. Now this im, I am, is a combination of in plus dem. Im is a combination of in plus dem. This one is used for masculine nouns, masculine and neuter nouns, especially in dative. This is dative now, im. So let's now see, where specifically do we use im? Number one, we use im in months. So when you're mentioning months, when you're talking about months, we use im. Examples provided is im Januar, in January. We have im Dezember, We also have im Februar. So remember, the first use of im is in months, all right? And then the second thing, okay, still on some more examples. Ich komme im Oktober. Wir gehen im November. And then im August müssen wir fahren. So please take note of that. The first use of im is with the months. Number two, we also use im with years when you're referring to years. Examples, im Jahr 1990. If you say im Jahr, it means in the year. Im Jahr 1990, which now means in the year 1990. Number two we have is im 2001, in 2001. Im 2010, in 2010. So remember, im is used also for years. The third use of im is in seasons. Seasons. Examples, we have the four seasons. Im Sommer, im Winter, in summer, in winter, im Frühling, in Frühling is spring. Yes, Frühling is spring. And then we have im Herbst. Now, Herbst is autumn. Im Herbst. So remember, for the four seasons also we use im. Then we also use im for location. When you want to show location where somebody is. Remember, specifically for masculine and neuter nouns, yeah? Location. Im Supermarkt. For example, you want to say, I am in the supermarket. Ich bin im Supermarkt. Im. Because Supermarkt is masculine, yeah? Im Supermarkt. Another example with the im is im Kino. Im Kino, in the cinema. Ich bin im Kino, in the cinema. We also have im Büro, in the office. Im Krankenhaus. So that is also another place we use im. Remember, specifically I've used im in these examples because they're either masculine or neuter. Okay, let's now see in. That is in. In. Let's now see the in. Now, used to show or refer, that is in terms of time, yeah? In terms of time, used to show or refer to something that will happen in the future. Refers to something that will happen in the future. Example, in 3 Tagen. In 3 Tagen, in 3 days. You could say, I am coming in 3 days. Ich komme in 3 Tagen. I am coming in 3 days. Some more examples, in 4 Wochen, in 4 weeks, in 10 Jahren, in 10 Jahren, in 10 years, Some more example is Peter kommt in 2 Monaten. Peter is coming in 2 months. So this in can also be used in terms of time to indicate or show something that will happen in the future. And then we also have ins, I-N-S. Now ins is a combination of in plus das, in das, which in short form is ins. Remember, ins is a combination of in plus das. Neuter nouns, yeah? Example, ich gehe ins Kino. This one is specifically for neuter nouns, in das. Remember, das is neuter, right? So, ich gehe ins Kino. I am going to the cinema. You could say ins Kino or in das Kino. Second example, Peter geht ins Büro. Peter is going in the office. Maria geht heute ins Krankenhaus. Maria is going today into the hospital. Okay. We can also use feminine noun with in, yeah? In die. In die. Example, die Person geht in die Kirche. Die Person geht in die Kirche. Das Kind möchte in die Klasse gehen. That is for feminine nouns, in die. So, basically, in can be used with either masculine, feminine, or neuter noun depending on the gender of a sentence. All right. Now, this is going to be much more clearer, especially if you've done the topic of cases of nouns. There's a video I did here previously on the cases of nouns. I would recommend you check it out on the wall, right? Okay, let's see the second one. Number 2, am. Now, please be informed that am is a combination of an plus dem. Am is a combination of an plus dem. Now, the first place we use am is for the days of the week. Example, we have am Montag, am Samstag, am Freitag, am Valentinstag on Valentine's Day, am Muttertag, Mother's Day, Muttertag, and am Vatertag. So we use am for days. Number 2, we also use am for times of the day. Times of the day. Am Mittag, which is noon, at noon. Am Morgen, which means in the morning. Am Vormittag, which is now before noon. Am Nachmittag. Am Nachmittag means afternoon. Nachmittag is afternoon. And then am Abend, in the evening. Except, the only exception here that doesn't use am is night. So that night you say in der Nacht. In der Nacht, at night. Don't say am Nacht. It is in der Nacht. Okay? So still continuing with the am, we also use am for dates. That is for dates and birthdays. Dates and birthdays. When mentioning dates, yeah? Example, we have am 18. That is am 18. Then the month Februar 2002. Am means on. Am 18. On the 8th Februar 2002. And the example is am 15. März 2010. So, how do you say your birthday? Ich habe am 5. This is the 5th month. January, February, March, April, May. So, ich habe am 5. Mai 2005. At the end, you put the word Geburtstag. Peter hat am 11. November 2011 Geburtstag. So we also use am for dates and birthdays. All right. Also, we have an used for the weekend. You don't say on the weekend. You say am Wochenende. Am Wochenende, on the weekend. Am Wochenende. And then the last place we have is an, which can be used in mentioning some holidays like Christmas. How do you say on Christmas? You say an Weihnachten, an Weihnachten, on Christmas. How about on Easter? An Ostern, an Ostern, on the Easter, all right? So you've now seen an and am. Let's now see the other one, which is So shows the exact or precise time. Now, I'd recommend, in case this video is too fast, you're always able to pause and rewind. All right. So you've said that the first shows the exact or precise time. We have 8 Uhr. It means at 8 o'clock. At 8 o'clock. Die Frau kommt 10 Uhr. The lady is coming at 10 o'clock. Ich fahre 11 Uhr. I am traveling at 11 o'clock. And then Peter und Maria kochen 13 Uhr. Peter and Maria are cooking at 13 hours. That is at 1 p.m. Right? And then in terms of location, remember in terms of time, means at. But in terms of location, means around. And the example we have is die Ecke. Die Ecke, which now means around the corner. Die Kirche, around the church. Example, the last one. Die Vogel fliegen. Die Vogel fliegen die Kirche. The birds are flying around the church. The birds are flying around the church. So that was on let's see the last one that I want us to cover today is gegen. Now, gegen, as you're about to see, means around or against. And you've seen from the examples I've given so far that these prepositions, you might find one preposition having a lot of meanings depending on the context. Are you using it in terms of time or in terms of location? So this gegen can mean around in terms of location, or in terms of time it means around, yeah? And also against in terms of location. So first point, in terms of time, gegen means around. Gegen 8 Uhr, which now means around 8 o'clock. Wir kommen gegen 7 Uhr. We are coming around 7 o'clock. Another example. Sie fahren heute gegen 17 Uhr. Sie fahren heute. They are traveling today around 17 hours. Gegen 20 Uhr, around 20 hours or 8 p.m. So basically, gegen can mean around in terms of time. And then the last use of gegen is in terms of location. It means against or into. It can also mean against. Yeah, ich bin gegen das Thema. I am against the topic. Ich bin gegen das Thema. And then wir sind gegen die Party. Wir sind gegen die Party. We are against the party. So basically, ladies and gentlemen, we've only covered some few prepositions. That is gegen, in, and am. I would recommend that after you've reached the end of this video, you can always rewind just for a proper revision, right? Please play this video again and again and again. And I encourage you to give it a like. Also, go ahead and share. If you're just tuning in, don't be afraid to subscribe for more detailed classes like this one. My name is Lara Frederick Onyango. For those who don't know me, let me say, das ist alles für heute. Tschüss und bis dann.